Did you hear about what Tesla did last week? Which is also my biggest non-passive income stock. Stay tuned. I'll follow in more details. Morning, afternoon, evening. Passive Income Tom bringing another quick little video today. This one's not so much passive income. This is more about my non-passive income stock that I hold. It's also my largest holding, and it's been crushing it since last week after Tesla came out with positive news and the market reacted. As you can see here, 40% gain as of Monday. I shoot my videos a little bit early in the week, but anything I'm giving here is not financial advice, not telling you to go out and buy Tesla right now. You got to find that sweet spot where you think it looks good for you. Give you a little bit of my story on how I got involved with Tesla, some details, and a little more about Tesla itself, because a lot of people may not have ever heard. Everybody knows about Tesla, Elon Musk, and everything, but let me give you more background on what Tesla's involved in, and also give you a quick snapshot on my portfolio itself. All right, well, let's get started. All right, this past summer, I took my kids out to my family out to California this past summer. We got a glimpse of Tesla at a showroom down in San Diego. I had never seen Tesla this close, up front. Here's my daughter sitting in one of the Tesla models, I believe it's the Model 3. And the next one, my son, I think he's sitting in the SUV. I probably should have got a whole big picture of the both cars, but wasn't thinking at the time. But hey, I was very, very impressed by what the dealer was talking about. He's talking about the features of the car, the things you can do with it. And even, it was incredible. And I've heard other stories from other people saying, when you're in a Tesla, you don't even hear anything. That's how quiet it is when you're driving a Tesla. I'm sure my buddy Ryan, if you're watching this, you can probably attest to that as well, since you own a Tesla. So who is Tesla Incorporated? Tesla designs, manufactures, and sells electric vehicles, particularly its high-end Model S and the X version, and the forthcoming mass market model-oriented Model 3. Tesla also generates revenue from selling zero-emission vehicle credits to OEMs, installing, operating, and selling solar energy systems previously, which is Solar City. I know you heard of Solar City. Well, Tesla took it over not that long ago. And also, the company manufactures and sells energy storage systems to its customers. Tesla was founded in 2003, became publicly listed in June 2010, and is headquartered in Palo Alto, California. Last price, this is as of Monday, it's sitting at $334.74, market cap of $60 billion, 52 in the last year. The range of Tesla, if you were watching Tesla over the past year, you saw it took a massive dive. I believe beginning of this year or late last year, I don't remember exactly the time frame, but it dropped down to a low of $176.99. A lot of people were downgrading Tesla. I saw on all over Facebook, people commenting, people hating Tesla. But you've got to be a risk taker. And that's what I did. I was in Tesla previously. I got into Tesla at 306. This is maybe, I think, about 2 years ago. I sold when it hit 355 because the market with Tesla was going up and down. Every time Elon Musk made a tweet, the stock would just drop. So I had to get out of Tesla because I couldn't handle it. But I sold it for a nice little gain at a 355 from 306. I was pretty happy at that point. But then I jumped back into it when Tesla was about 280 or 275, 280. And I bought some of the low points again at around the low 200s. Here's some more key facts about Tesla. Tesla Incorporated was most incorporated and incorporation was changed in 2003. Tesla employs 48,817 employees. Tesla is a large cap company, consumer discretionary sector, and the automobile industry. Other rivals include General Motors, Ford, and Ferrari. Pretty good class to be in, for a brand new company. And here you can cool image, Tesla $60 billion, race, which is Ferrari, sitting at $28 billion, Ford $33 billion, and GM at $52 billion. For a new company, that is doing very, very well. Okay, so how is Tesla doing? Trefis is another portfolio or stock investing site. They offer in-depth look on what drives the value in the company's business and the impact it can have on its own stock price. This is all based in the back of my portfolio, Merrill Lynch. If you haven't seen my previous video about Merrill Lynch's portfolio that I use, check it out above right here. The key drivers for this stock includes the automotive and energy and service sectors. And broken down here, it's hard to read off of probably, if a lot of people are watching on your phones, it's probably hard to read this, but the green one is the automotive section. The yellow is the energy, which is the next one right over here, right here. The next one is the service, which is orange. And the last one, the net balance debt. So automotive is at $48 billion. Energy is at almost $2 billion. Service is at $837 million. And you have negative debt balance of $7.5 billion. So Tesla sells electric vehicles, the premium Model S, the Model X, the SUV, and the Model 3. And here's another quick little snapshot. The blue here shows the revenue. 2016, Tesla's made $7 billion. 2017, about $12 billion, give or take. And 2018 just surpassed $21 billion. Net income, 2016 was a negative $6 billion in 2016. 2017, negative $1 billion, almost $2 billion. And 2018, so a little bit of improvement back to negative $6 billion. They don't have any current estimates right here. It shows the last 4 quarters for Tesla, pretty much for the earnings estimate. And so how has the stock performed? How has Tesla performed? I mentioned in the beginning, Tesla took a big dive this past year. Every time Elon Musk tweeted, the stock went down, okay? So that's why you had to be, I couldn't take it. Every time he talked, every time he tweeted, I just had to get out of there. But I got back in at the perfect moment. As you see here, in the dark blue here is how the Tesla has performed versus the S&P 500, which is the lighter blue right up here. And so it hasn't performed very well overall. But through the year, it has made 7.13%, whereas the S&P, which is 21%. But if you bought it right down here at the bottom, you may be doing a lot better than what it looks, compared to the S&P 500. And I bought a couple times here, probably once around here around February, and then around here before the summer hit, I bought it again. And so now I'm enjoying my return because the returns are doing very well. All right, right here, the keynote, pay attention. Don't take any of my advice right here and go out and buy Tesla today. You've got to find the price point that looks right for you. And you got to be comfortable with Elon Musk and his tweeting, because the market will go crazy every time he tweets versus what a lot of people hate Tesla. So there's going to be a lot of backbiting, a lot of movement within the stock because it's a very volatile stock. Right here saying Tesla's not profitable and therefore does not have a meaningful PE ratio, price to earning ratio. In this case, some investors look at the price to sales ratio instead. Tesla has a price to sales ratio that is similar to the average for its industry. This signals that investors believe this company prospects for growth are in line with other companies in this industry. Right here showing Tesla price to sales ratio versus its peers. Tesla's orangish color or yellowish color. Industry average right next to it. GM is right here. And race, which is Ferrari, right here. And as I mentioned, Tesla is more volatile than the broader market. Shows Tesla volatility, and here's the market volatility. That's almost in line with the rest of the market. Tesla does not pay a dividend, so it's also my largest non-passive income investment. But I'm here for the growth. I'm waiting for this thing to grow, blow up, and when I sell it, I will push it back into passive income. That's my mindset on some things for passive income. If I could find another greater return in some other things, such as cryptocurrency. I'm a big investor in cryptocurrency. And if you check my video right here, I talk a little bit about cryptocurrency, not really in full detail, but if you're not really familiar with cryptocurrency, you can check it out right here on this link right above here. Because I've been putting more money into cryptocurrency, which has performed a lot better than the stock market itself. Because once cryptocurrency reaches its peak, I will sell and I'll push it back in the passive income investment, which will be a future in the near future. And as I mentioned, there's a lot of haters in the market for Tesla. Okay, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, who I'm doing my videos through, they give market underperform for Tesla and a 235 price range, and Tesla's already past that, surpassed that right now. Morningstar gives it a hold at 326 value, so it's really equivalent at this point. CFRA, never heard of them, but they give a price target for 265. All these were published all within the last few days, which is kind of crazy because Tesla blew it up last week. All right. All right, this is what the bulls say. Tesla has the potential to change the world with long-range EV technology, AV technology, and battery technology that can store solar energy with its products generate. The cost average of recharging over gasoline is significant, and gas will probably never catch up be able to catch up. Furthermore, the instant torque of EVs makes them fun to drive, as the vehicles always have full power. Its unique supercharger network makes Tesla the only automaker directly trying to alleviate the range anxiety of buying an EV. Investing in Tesla carries tremendous uncertainty. This is what the bulls are saying. I'm sorry, the bears, the people that are against the stock pretty much. Investing in Tesla carries tremendous uncertainty. The market has high expectations for the stock, so a slowdown in growth, execution problems, or lack of capital could lead to a severe decline in the stock price. The acquisition of SolarCity and Elon Musk's recent erratic behavior, what he posts on Twitter, basically, the stock has a massive key man risk. Mass EV adoption by consumers could be many more years away than Tesla expects. If demand does not materialize, the company is likely to struggle to recoup the cost of Gigatory factory. Audi, BMW, Mercedes, and others no longer ignoring this class. They're starting to come out with their own little SUV vehicles, and I expect them to come out very soon. So it's going to put a crunch on Teslas, but we'll wait and see, because Tesla's been doing this for a couple of years now, so they're in the game. They understand this market better than these other companies, but you never know, because a lot of these companies have been around for a long time. So we'll see what this competition will do in the future. And let me just share this quick little article, another article I found. This is off of marketrealist.com. Tesla Model Y could be the real ICE killer. Model Y is the SUV. This is one, I really haven't heard too much about this, but this one brings some potential, and Elon Musk gives his little input as well. Let me go over this really quickly. Tesla surprise profiting, this is Q3, what we just talked about a little while ago. Tesla achieved a surprise profit in the third quarter. However, it took more than that for the markets to appreciate Tesla stock after its earnings release. Tesla CEO Elon Musk communicated the updated timeline for key projects and vehicles. Most of the updates were positive and reflected timelines that are better than previously anticipated. For example, the China Gigafactory is already ahead of schedule, with Tesla starting the production of vehicles on a trial basis. Tesla updated the new project timelines, along with the China Gigafactory. The start of the Model Y production is one of the key catalysts for Tesla's profitability going forward. During its earnings release, the company stated the Model Y was ahead of schedule. Its production is now expected to start by the summer of 2020, next year, as opposed to the previous expectation of the fall of 2020. During the company's Q3 2019 earnings call on October 23rd, there may be some room for improvement there, but we're confident about the summer of 2020, Elon Musk said. The whole idea for the Model Y, U.S. consumers are moving away from sedans. The expected momentum from Model Y to Tesla is huge. It's mainly because Model Y is the crossover SUV in comparison to Tesla's previous heavy reliance on sedans. U.S. auto consumers have been quickly moving forward from sedans towards SUVs and trucks, but we saw a lot of this over the last decade. I think when SUVs become very popular 10 years ago, gas prices went up as well. But now gas prices are doing pretty well. So a lot of people are heading back toward the SUV again. So it'll be interesting how this goes in the next coming years. During the Q3 Tesla earnings call, Musk said, I think it's quite likely, just my opinion, but I think that the Model Y is going to outsell the Model S, the X, and the 3 combined. I mean, that's a huge goal, huge statement he's made. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to happen next year. It's probably not going to happen the year after that, but maybe a few years down the road. He's probably thinking long term, what's going to happen with the Model Y, especially more people getting more into SUVs. A lot of people getting away from the station wagon, which was years ago. I think the SUVs become more popular, but people are looking for that more mid-size range. They don't want a huge SUV. They want something that it just fits comfortably and for everybody, for the family going on road trips and everything. So, but basically saying that this Model Y could be a game changer for Tesla. So we will see what will happen in the near future. And the moment you've been waiting for, here it is. I own 22 shares of Tesla. I tried to find the time I bought it at, but it's very hard to find it in my system. But I have made over $2,258 as of this past Monday, a gain of 44%. So it's doing very well. You've got to be, you can't be like everybody else. When everyone else is saying stay away from Tesla, you've got to do your own research, your own analysis, and figure out what's the best for you. What you're doing may not be what I'm doing. what I'm doing may not be what's best for you doing. So you've got to do what works best for you. What is your time horizon? Will you hold Tesla long term, which is a lot of people need to do, or you can do like day trade it. I think some people also day trade Tesla as well, because like I said, it's a very volatile stock. I have sold it, but I sold it last year and I sold it for a long-term gain. It means a long-term gain, basically you're holding it for over a year. Anything you sell within a year, pretty much like considered it short-term trading. So you've got to be careful of that, because you're going to pay higher taxes. I'm not a tax advisor, but basically a short-term gain is 15% taxes, anything off your gains, and long-term is 20. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, I got it backwards. Short-term trading is 20% off your gains. You'll get taxed on that. Long-term, you'll get taxed 15%. It's a big difference. So it depends on how much you have invested in an asset. And it's going to really determine where you need to sell. And you got to really think, what do you want to do? You want to sell a little bit, and I'm sorry, pay a little bit in taxes, or you want to pay a lot in taxes? It's really up to you to figure that out. But a little bit longer video today, but I had to get really explain to you a little more detail, a little more history about Tesla, my investing experience as well, my knowledge, and trying to give back to you, trying to give you some ideas when you can think about and consider. All right. But if you haven't already liked this video, subscribe, click the bell for notification. I'll bring you back another passive income video that's upcoming Friday. And overall, have a great day, enjoy your weekend, or enjoy your day, and enjoy everything. Take care.